Hello, my name is Ben Claney, and for my library assignment, I chose the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga adaptation to do my analysis. Oftentimes in Japanese comics, only the writer and artist are given credit for the comic. The writer and artist for this adaptation is Akira Himekawa, basing his work off the story written by Aya Hyogoku, Takayuki Ikaku, Mitsuhiro Takano, and Eiji Aonuma for the original Twilight Princess video game. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was adapted into manga format in 2020, resulting in a 2,040-page series spanning one omnibus volume, or 11 individual volumes. Those individual volumes will be the pages I use, due to the omnibus not only having significantly more pages, but those extra pages not having anything to do with the story, just extra artwork. As a manga, this graphic novel was first published in Japan by Shogakukan. I probably butchered that pronunciation there, I apologize. And then it was published a second time in English by Viz Media. The manga is split into 3 acts covering key points of the story. Act 1 spans from the start of the story on page 1, where we are introduced to the world as it is narrated by Midna, all the way to page 400, where Link argues with Midna about him being a hero. Act 2 picks up right after Act 1, as Link leaves Ordon Village and enters the greater area of Hyrule. And ending on page 1200, as Link has now come to terms with everything and he is willing to learn from his predecessor, the Hero of Time. Act 3 starts off on page 1201. Link has come to terms with being the hero of Twilight and is willing to keep going. He is willing to go all the way. And it ends on page 2040 with Link returning the Master Sword to its rightful place in the pedestal of time, where it remains for the next incarnation of the hero. Although the series is called The Legend of Zelda, very few of the stories are about Zelda herself. Many are about the era's incarnation of the hero Link, and this one is no different. Link in this one is a reluctant hero, initially setting off to save the kidnapped children from his village, not even believing himself to be a hero. His goals change as his character arc progresses. Going from just saving the children to saving both the Twilight Realm and Hyrule. In Act 2, we greatly see this shift in Link's goal as he learns about everything that is going on. Midna's goals also change. Her original goal was to just reclaim her throne as the Princess of Twilight. But they shift. No longer does she just want to reclaim her throne. She now wants to bring back balance between her realm, the realm of Twilight, and Hyrule. Midna's character arc is probably the greatest among the two characters whose character arcs that we see. Midna starts off as selfish. She only wants to use Link because of his ability to remain conscious in the Twilight Realm, and because she can sense the light coming from him, the light of the Triforce. Her character arc ends with her realizing that there's more at stake than just the Twilight Realm. If she doesn't bring balance to both, she's going to lose her best friend Zelda, who just sealed herself away, technically, to save her. As for Link, he goes from refusing that he is a hero to accepting it. Link struggled with his inner darkness throughout the series, fearing his wolf side, not seeing it as a symbol of the Triforce, but as a symbol that he is becoming a monster. He sees himself as a monster. But once he fully accepts both sides of himself, that he is both beast and man, Link is able to face the hero shade with ease. Learn its techniques. The story has effective transitions that, while difficult to find, fit well into the narrative and story. The first transition begins on page 325, ending with 400, with Link rejecting that he is a hero and not wanting to help Midna, but remembering that he has to. He made a deal. And Link, as seen at the start, it very much someone that wants to honor deals. Act 2's transition into Act 3 begins at around chapter 47, ending with Link's resolve to fight Ganondorf. Finally, Act 3 ends with the conclusion of the story. As for McCloud's ideas on transition, McCloud brings up that Japanese comics tend to rely more on action-to-action transitions, such as Link battling monsters, his transformation sequences, and his swordplay, as well as scene-to-scene transitions, such as the time-space jump from Ordon Village in Act 1 to the Twilight Realm, or the transition from Act 1 to Act 2 with the transition into the wider world. I do believe that Himekawa made good use of each page being its own mini-comic, as seen here. We see Midna coming to terms with herself, accepting many things. There's several pages that are like this. While there are also several pages that are not, but that's fine. As for the directional flow, the artwork definitely pulls you from one panel to another. With manga, you traditionally read from right to left instead of left to right, so the panels are technically flipped. Yet, even without that, your eyes are drawn to that top right panel as it is lighter than the rest. And you move to that left panel because it feels natural. Then you move to the middle, and finally the bottom. I would very much recommend this manga to my classmates. While some of its themes are a lot darker than your average Legend of Zelda story, it pulls them off well, blending mystery and suspense with action to create a compelling coming-of-age story with equal amounts of consequences for the characters, and rewards for them as well. I would also 100% recommend this to my friends. Many of them are fans of Legend of Zelda, and I know many of them have not read the manga. And while I know a lot of people do not like the manga, as in my research I saw something on Reddit with people complaining about it being so different from the game, it's brilliant. It is a brilliant retelling. So I would definitely hand it to my friends and say, hey, read this. Something from this class that I saw within the manga is the fact that no page goes unused. Even the artwork is useful. Well, in this manga, and we covered that earlier with splash pages. A fun fact is that while the base story is the same as the video game, everything else is different. Link is able to talk, and we get to look inside his mind instead of him being a blank canvas, but we get so much more. We get to hear people, we get to see people's relationships. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.